Hi everyone. So this is my final project on advice for future teachers, and my name is Faith Healer. So the first way that I found from the textbook to succeed is to strive to learn in every setting. That's actually in my mission statement that I had to make for another class. I just think it's super important in life anyways to make sure that you try to learn from every situation you're put in, even if it is not ideal. I think this is great for classrooms because you really have to be able to adapt to different types of students, and every situation can give you a learning experience on how you can handle something. With that being said, also, it's important to have adaptable teaching models because things can change on the drop of a hat. So, you want to make sure that you are able to teach in any environment and you can change those models however you need to throughout the day. The second way I found to succeed in the teacher ed program in the textbook was to make sure to reflect within yourself. It's really important to know yourself and know who you are before you put yourself in an environment with a lot of students who you are in charge of, basically. It's important to know yourself before you can try to connect with the many students that you're going to have. It's important to know how you're going to react to different things, how you're going to handle things, how you're going to feel about things. And it's important to gain composure on that before you put yourself in a classroom setting with a lot of students. Like we said in the last slide, things change very quickly, so it's good to know how you're going to react to those changes and to know your values and what those changes will mean to you as well. The third way I found to succeed in the teacher ed program in the textbook is that you have to find the joy in it. Without the joy, you won't be passionate about it, and you have to be passionate about the students. This project means especially a lot to me because this class showed me that I am not fit for this program. I just don't think I have enough joy in it, so I think this is really important to succeed. I do not think I had the passion that it would take to do this, especially with students. It would not be fair for me to go into this and not create a joyful environment for all of the students. Also, with all of the changes, if you don't have joy in it, it's hard to go through all of those changes in the environment around you. The creative way that I thought of to succeed is to keep your future in mind, which is what I'm currently doing. And I know this is especially relatable for college students to remember that you are not doing this for nothing. Everything has a purpose. You are doing this for your future, especially when you are taking everything as a learning environment. That helps even more. All of the situations you're put in, all of the classes you are taking, all of your assignments, they are towards your future and they are ways for you to learn and grow as both a student and a professional in your job. So that is something that's very motivational to get you through things. So when you are changing and you are making everything a learning situation, then you just have to think to yourself, this is for my future. I'm learning this for my future. I included a short video because I thought that it was important to have different perspectives. Motivation and success are very personal things, and one size does not fit all. You might have to try out different things to find out what truly motivates you. You might have to find different ways. So I thought I would include a video that had some different perspectives, especially from professionals in the teaching field. So, for example, something that is different, they bring up religion a few times in this. So, if you are sensitive to that, I'm warning you now. They do bring up religion a few times, very briefly. That's not something that I would look into, but it may work for someone else. So I thought it was super important to include other perspectives so that everyone knew this is not a one size fits all type of deal.
Do you ever feel like it's hard to step inside of a classroom and truly be there when you're dealing with all these other outside factors? Listen to this video as a few educators share how they work through and stay motivated on even the toughest days.
On days that are super difficult, My motivation is my kids, trying to find the light in them and finding that one, everybody's got one that always smiles, and getting them to keep me going.
On days that are really difficult, I lean on my peers more than anything. I lean on my peers, I lean on my colleagues.
Family support. I probably have the most patient, best wife in the world. Everybody else does too, I know, but mine especially.
I pray. I just take a minute and breathe and just say, ask God, help me be patient, help me remember why I'm here.
I have faith, if it wasn't for God above, I don't think I would be able to maintain my sanity, which I think I might have lost already, but.
In my classroom, I've surrounded myself with frogs, which is simply for the acronym. There's nothing special about the frog other than it stands for fully rely on God. And so when I'm having those hard days, I have to stop and tell myself that it's not about me. It's not things that I can necessarily handle. And so I have to give it to the one that can handle it.
Just got to remember that they were made in the image of God, just like I was, and they're special just like I am special, and my kids were special. And
I've learned that you really, really have to love those kids.
So those are just some other perspectives that might speak to you more than the ones that I have read or that I have thought of. And something I learned this semester that I wasn't expecting to know is how much you have to take from outside of the lesson planning into the classroom. So like the interactive game that we did about budgeting and finances. I would never have thought that you have to look so far outside of just classroom resources to think of things for the lesson plan, especially with empathy. That's not something I expected, but I am glad that I learned that, and I am glad for this class. I mean, we've learned a lot in the short amount of time that we've had, and yeah, so thank you.